is my third time trying to film this video. Let's try this again. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, I am going to be going over the autumn tag, and I'm sorry that this is another tag video, but I'm having so much fun with these. This one was inspired by Tara Brooke here on YouTube. I did just discover her channel like literally last night. She did say that she is not the original creator of the autumn tag, but that it's been pretty much on YouTube for years now. But what she did was she kind of just grabbed her favorite questions from different tags and just kind of created her own questions per se. So I kind of did the same thing. I did tweak a little bit here and there just to kind of better fit my answers. So definitely check out Tara's channel and her video, and I will put it down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and get into it. So just a side note, totally not autumn or fall related, but I love these Target drinks so much. These are the Good and Gather unsweetened coconut pineapple sparkling water. It's so yummy. Such a summery drink, but it's so good, honestly. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first question, this was a question that I did tweak. So her original question was your favorite scary movie. And I don't watch scary movies. I have in the past, but they're not my particular type of movie that I like to watch. But my favorite fall movie is probably Hocus Pocus. I know that that's super basic and everybody says that, but Hocus Pocus is really good. I feel like it's one of the few Halloween movies that I really do enjoy. I love Coraline as well. I love Igor as well. Monster House also. But I just feel like Hocus Pocus is perfect for fall because it's set in like the New England area. And so there's like tons of like beautiful leaves and fall colors. And it just kind of gets you in that spirit for fall. So I really do enjoy that one. Now, scary movies, if you're wanting recommendations or just ones that I've seen that I think are good, I just think they're really scary, are Silence of the Lambs, The Shining, and as well as like The Exorcist. All of those scare me half to death, but they are good nonetheless. So the second question, so falling rain or crackling fireplace. So I live in Texas, if those of you do not know. I do. It's really hot here. I can't even remember the last time I saw a fireplace being lit. It's just, it doesn't really get cold enough here in San Antonio or even where I grew up, which is like an hour north from here. We didn't really use one. I remember seeing, obviously, like our fireplace in my childhood home being lit and like being used, but it was very sparingly. We actually do have a fireplace in our new home, and my husband is super excited about it because he is such an old soul and he really does want to use the fireplace once it gets colder, but I'm sure it's only going to be like a day or two that we use it and that's it. But as far as the question goes, I would totally prefer falling rain. I'm not a huge rain person, but I will say if I am indoors and I have no intentions or plans to go out, I love rain. Like, bring it all. I want to be inside. I want to be reading a book. I want to be watching a movie with my husband and just cuddling with my pets. And it's hard because I do work full time. I'm also in grad school. And so I just feel like I don't ever have the time to like read a book or just like relax or do whatever. But if I did, if there was a day where it was just raining, I totally would do either reading or like watching a movie with my husband. So totally falling rain. It's such a peaceful sound. So number 3, favorite color to wear in the fall is by far mustard. That's my favorite color to wear all year. It's just my favorite color so much. You guys see that I have my mustard chair back there. I have like a mustard color-ish like comforter. I have a mustard dress. I have mustard shirts. I just love mustard so much. It's such a beautiful color. And to me, it just not only makes me happy because it's yellow, like it's such a natural fall color because it's one of the colors that the leaves change. So that's just my favorite color to wear in the fall. So number 4, best way to spend a rainy day. So kind of going back to number 2, it would probably just be staying indoors, watching movies with my husband, reading books, maybe just like talking on the phone with like loved ones just to catch up and see how they're doing. But overall, just staying indoors, drinking coffee or hot cocoa or maybe like hot tea or something. But if you could make it a cold rainy day, it would be even better. Number 5, favorite Halloween candy. So this one's tough. I probably have like 3 or 4. So growing up, I was pretty much called chocolate by one of my aunts. I think it's because I was caught when I was little, like eating like multiple candy bars or something, and it's come back to haunt me ever since. But I really do love chocolate. I love candy. I love sweets. And I have to say, it's very difficult for me to choose just one. I do like a balance of um, like chocolate candies as well as like non-chocolate candies. So I really do love Milky Way Midnights. I love Milk Duds, and then I really do like Swedish Fish or like Mike and Ike's for like my non-chocolate candy. I love those so much. So I can't choose, but those are probably my favorite. So number 6, favorite fall candle scent. I'm so glad that this question was asked because I just love fall candles so much. That's like my favorite time to go to Bath and Body Works and stock up. So I have 2 to show you. So the first one, I believe this one is probably new for this year, but this is the pumpkin vanilla cream candle. This smells so good. I always joke around with my husband and say that this smells like Hobby Lobby, like in a candle. But the notes on this are creamy pumpkin, vanilla creme, fresh ground nutmeg, graham cracker crust, and of course with essential oils. And it just smells really good. I also really do enjoy the like orange packaging of the candle because it really just looks very fall inspired and very festive. And of course, with it being just like this solid color, I feel like it just looks really pretty in the house. But my favorite one, probably by far, is this one, and this one cannot be topped yet. This is the pumpkin cupcake candle. This just smells so good. The pumpkin vanilla creme definitely has has a run for its money with this pumpkin cupcake one, but the notes on this one are whipped buttercream, Madagascar vanilla, pumpkin spice, freshly baked cupcake. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I could pretty much have this lit all day. Whenever I do work from home, I like to have candles lit, obviously, because I'm at home. I want to use them. And I'm not sick of this. Like, surprisingly, sometimes whenever I use candles that have that like whipped buttercream or like frosting or like too sugary of scents, I do kind of get like a headache or like maybe like nauseous or anything like that. And this doesn't happen with this one. So I really do enjoy this one. I did have to hunt it down, to be honest. Not all stores carry this one. Obviously, it is available online, but those 2 are by far my favorite fall scents, but I just love anything pumpkin, but this pumpkin cupcake one is just my fave. So number 7 are songs that remind me of fall, and this is hard. I do listen to a lot of music. I listen to music pretty regularly. I just love it so much. But obviously a lot of Halloween songs do, just because, obviously Halloween is during the fall season. So like for instance, Michael Jackson's Thriller, that obviously is a very fall song. I also really do, like as soon as I heard Tara ask this question, the one that came to mind is actually Bloom by the Paper Kites. I really do like that one. I know that it's bloom and like you think of spring, but for some reason the melody is just a very fall to me. It sounds like a song that you would listen to like walking through an apple orchard or like through a pumpkin patch or something. And I'm really into songs that kind of make you feel a certain way. So probably Bloom by the Paper Kites, but also like Michael Jackson's Thriller, because I feel like we would listen to that growing up while while decorating for Halloween. Hey Google, play Bloom by the Paper Kites.
Bloom by the Paper Kites. Sure. Playing on Spotify.
So number 8, favorite Thanksgiving food. So you guys, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving person. I feel like I am such in the minority in this. I just don't really care for Thanksgiving. I enjoy having the day off. I really do. But I'm just not super into it. I don't know why. I guess because I'm not a huge fan of the food. I don't really care for turkey that much. I don't really like stuffing. I actually don't really like stuffing. I haven't had stuffing in a while. I haven't actually tried it in a while. So I might need to try it again. But I don't know. I'm just not really into it. I'm not a big fan of mashed potatoes. Like they're good. I'll eat them if like I was being forced to eat them. Like if I was like a guest somewhere. But that's not my preferred way to eat a potato. That sounds so silly. But My favorite food though, as far as Thanksgiving, would have to be my mom makes like the best yams, which it's basically like sweet potato, right? And she does like the toasted marshmallows on the top, and then I'm sure she does some type of like, I don't know, honestly. I've never actually made them, but like I love those so much. Her yams, but also I just love like the green beans. Like I love fresh green beans. Like my husband and I eat fresh green beans all the time, but for some reason for Thanksgiving, I want the ones out of the can, and like I want all the butter and all the salt in them. Like they're just so good that way. And occasionally my husband and I will have like the canned green beans, like with a certain meal, like or if we're out of the fresh green beans. But we usually try to eat fresh when we can. But for some reason, for Thanksgiving, I just love the ones out of the can. Cornbread casserole is really, really good. But again, I'm just not a huge fan of Thanksgiving food. I just feel like I'd much rather have like our Christmas food, which is like all Mexican food, with like, tamales, like, oh, so good. But, anyways, so number 9 is favorite fall makeup looks. So I love this question, and it's one of my favorite times of year to just really play with like bold lips and things like that. I know with right now with like wearing a mask and stuff, with wearing a mask, it's kind of hard to like wear bold lips, especially whenever you have to put on a mask right over it. But my favorite fall looks would probably have to be like using the Too Faced like gingerbread extra spicy palette, which I did this look yesterday, but I ended up wiping it off because I didn't really care for the way like my makeup looked. But anyways, so it would be probably that palette with my Too Faced melted matte liquefied matte longwear lipstick in the shade Pumpkin Spice. This is actually available right now, and I totally recommend that you pick it up. This is like fall in a tube. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I highly recommend not only that formula, but also that color. It's so stunning, and I'm tempted to pick up like the full size because that's only the mini. But anyways, that's probably my favorite look, just wearing like that lip color with like really bronzy and like toasty eyes. That's probably what I would love the most. Also, I really love wearing, and I really do love wearing like Max Diva during the fall as well, because it's a very approachable bold lip because it's still like a red. It still looks very classic, but it's still bold, you know? So 10, Hocus Pocus or Halloweentown. I don't think I've ever seen Halloweentown. I feel like I'm disappointing so many of you guys right now. So I feel like Halloweentown, I watched like in the background. I have 2 older sisters, and one of them is older than me by 10 years. The other is older than me by 5. And so I did grow up like watching these things, but I feel like it was a little bit before my time personally, like before I could remember watching it, if that makes sense. So I would definitely watch Hocus Pocus. I mean, I would choose Hocus Pocus because I've actually seen it through. I watch it every year. It's really, really good. But Halloweentown, from the glimpses I've gotten of it, I just don't seem like I'm really into it. So definitely Hocus Pocus for that one. Number 11, best fragrance for fall. So I actually have 3 here. So the first one, this one is from Bath and Body Works. This is just their rose scent. I love this one so much. I honestly wear it all the time, not just during fall, but this is a perfect time in my opinion to wear it because it's a very like fall wintry scent because it's a little bit strong and it's very feminine, but I just really think that that's a great scent for fall. Also, Bath and Body Works Autumn Blossom, or excuse me, Almond Blossom. This is a really great scent as well. It's definitely more sweet than Yeah, it's definitely more sweet than the rose scent. I do prefer rose better, but I've lately just been using this one so often, the Almond Blossom one. And if you can find it at your like local Bath and Body Works, I highly recommend. But my favorite scent, and this is literally of all time, and I think it's perfect for fall. I mean, it's perfect for all the time, and I wear it all the time. But this is just amber oil. I hate to recommend things on Amazon, and I like Whole Foods. I don't go there all the time. I literally go just for this oil and for like some coffee beans. I try not to be an avid like Amazon supporter just because I don't need to go into that, but you guys know. But this is so good. This is so good. This is just amber oil. I believe it's by the brand Denat. It's Denat, if I remember correctly. I actually have it written down. I'm so sorry. It's Nemet, Nemat. And that's the brand of this amber oil. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. It's just very musky. I just like put it on the back of my arm here, or hand, wrist, whatever. I keep smelling that almond blossom. It just smells so good. I really can't explain it. I've gotten so many people on this. I receive so many compliments when I wear this. It's to the extreme. Like, I would always spend money on perfumes or ask for perfumes for Christmas. And like, I would never get compliments, like, ever. And then I started wearing this, like, just applying it, like, pretty much on my wrist, and then like in my crevices, I guess, like here, and then of course like behind the knee and stuff, and my neck. And like, I'll put it on, and then like 8 to 10 hours later, people are asking me like, "What are you wearing? You smell really good." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I've just been sweating all day, like running back and forth, doing errands, like, and I'm hot. I haven't showered, and like, I still get compliments. It's amazing. You can get it on Amazon. You can also get it at Whole Foods in the store. That's usually where I get it, just because we do get our coffee beans there sometimes. So I feel like whenever I run out of that, I just go and get it whenever we get coffee beans. So, but it is on Amazon. But oh my gosh, this is so good, and it does last you a while. And honestly, I haven't been using it as much, just because I'm trying to use like my Bath and Body Works fragrances and just like other perfumes that I have, but I love that one so much. So the next question is actually one of her questions that I did tweak. So she had like a true crime question, and I actually don't watch true crime, or like don't listen to any true crime like podcasts or anything like that. So I switched it to the best fall memory, or like favorite fall memory. I'm drinking sparkling water and I'm just burping so much. So best fall memory, this is so like just in my head, like I just cannot forget this memory. So I remember growing up, and my sister, if you're listening, please comment and say like yes or something. My sister watches my videos sometimes. Okay. My favorite fall memory is like whenever the air is really crisp, my dad would always open the windows or the back door, and then he would like make chili, and then football would be on in the living room, and it would just smell the whole house up with, I'm not even like a big fan of chili. Like, I'm not, chili almost has nothing to do with this, but he would usually make chili in the fall, right? And that's a good memory too, because even though I really wouldn't really eat it, he always made it. But anyways, so the whole house would smell like that crisp air. And again, if you're watching this, sis, put it down below in the comments. It is just, I love it. I love it so much. I love that memory. And it's always a memory that I'll always remember, because that sense of that crisp fall air, it's so memorable. Not only that though, me and my sisters were all in marching band, and there's nothing like being in marching band on a fall night. I mean, honestly, that is some of my best fall memories as well. Just being at the football games, being in the bleachers at the stadium, and just like being out there on a fall night. If you're from Texas, you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say, okay? I know everybody loves everybody loves football in the US, but honestly, if you're in Texas high school, it's just different, okay? It's a whole other level. Okay, number 13, dream fall vacation destination. So Tara, I really liked her answer. She said New York, New York City. She said that she just like loves New York City, and honestly, that would be a great place to go as well, for the fall. And I would say the same. So my husband and I, for our honeymoon, we actually did go to Massachusetts. We had like, my mom had a resort there. And so we stayed there, and we actually were able to go to Connecticut. We went to New York, and then we were super close to Boston. So I would love to do that in the fall, like, because my mom does have that resort there. I would love to do that in the fall, go and then like basically do that trip all over again, but in the fall. Because whenever we went, it was in April or May. I think it was in May. And so I would like to go back in the fall, so that we can go to Connecticut in the fall. And we actually like walked around Yale. And then I would love to go to like Salem, Massachusetts for sure. And then also just go to New York for fall as well. So all of that just sounds like amazing. So that is everything with the autumn tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much to Tara for inspiring me to do this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment below what are your answers to this autumn tag, and what are your like favorite memories of fall and things like that. So please go ahead and like this video if you did enjoy it, and I do hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.